Good afternoon, participants. I welcome you all for this present session. On behalf of Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, LNCP, Khelo India, and on behalf of our respected principals, Dr. G. Kishosa. Today we have a special chief guest and a special speaker, Dr. Narendra Gangwar, AIFF instructor and assistant professor, Sai LNCPE Trivandrum. About him, Dr. Narendra Gangwas is a passionate physical educational teacher and a passionate footballer as well as a coach. About him still, he urged his education in physical education subject in LNIP Gwalior, and he is specialized in exercise physiology subject wise, and he is specialized in discipline football. And Sir acquired AFC AFC B, AFC A licensed football coach courses, AFC GK Level 1 courses from Asian Football Confederation, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, AFC C license instructor courses, AIFF D license instructor courses, and AIFF grassroots instructor courses from All India Football Federation, New Delhi in year 2010, 2014, 15, 16, and 17 respectively. He is also certified as a grassroots leaders football coach by All India Football Federation from February 2014. He also attended FA senior football coaching courses in 2016, FIFA Youth He has attended Premier Skill Community Coaching Program in 2019. He has conducted 10 AIFFD license courses and 2 grassroots courses as an instructor. He has also worked as a head coach in Indian Women's I League, as a head coach of United Warriors, FC Punjab, Himachal Pradesh Football Association, Rajasthan Football Association, a technical development officer with a football development project, the Football Link team, Zing, Udaipur, Rajasthan. He has represented Uttar Pradesh football team in various national tournaments as well as All India University, and Sir presented number of research papers in reputed national and international journals, and he was a part of many workshops as an organizer also. On behalf of LNCP, and behalf of Khelo India, and behalf of Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, and behalf of our respected principal, Sir Dr. G. Kishosa, I welcome you for this session, sir. Participants, sir is going to give his expert opinion on this present topic. So I request all the participants to pay attention. Now I request Dr. Narendra Gangwas to take over. Respected sir, please over to Narendra Gangwas, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil, sir, for your kind words and encouragement. And it's really nice to see you here, and uh, nice to see all the participants, because it is a long program, and they all are very keen to attend every session, as you can see the attendance. So once again, welcome in our afternoon session, batch 3. So, before going to the session, let me thanks organizers and appreciate their huge contribution for the successful of this program. So I really, from my core of heart, thankful to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Khelo India, and especially Lakshmibai National College of Physical Education, Trivandrum, Sports Authority of India, and the principal, Dr. G. Kishore sir, for his kind efforts, and the entire team is putting their lot of efforts to make this program successful one. And the course program coordinator, Dr. Usha S. Nair madam, and the co-coordinator, Mr. Sujit Panigiri, and all the participants as well. Thanks for joining. So without wasting time, I'll just quickly jump into the session. See, as being a human, we have a tendency like afternoon session. It's very difficult for teachers, for instructors to make it more energizing, because everyone had lunch, and after lunch, our system starts sleeping, right? And our brain also stops working slow. So anyway, I'll try to make it more interactive. I'll try to make it more two-way process. I don't believe in just taking lecture and just passing information. No, I want from you people to share your knowledge. I'm not here to share my knowledge. I just want you to share your knowledge, what you have, what understanding you have, that you spread amongst the everyone. If I share one thought, and then you 1,000 people can share 1,000 thoughts, how that simply, if I ask question, if I want to discuss something, just please drop in chat box, so that whoever is attending this program, they will be benefited. So this is my personal request. All the participants, please try to reply the discussions, try to involve in the discussions while the session will go ahead. Okay, so before going to the slide share, I would like to just ask a very simple question. As you all know, that the term which is going to be on your screen, coaching or coach, it's very familiar and very known to everyone. So there is nothing is special. Like I'll try to tell you, but if we discuss, if we have good discussion, definitely is going to beneficial for each and everyone, right? So quickly, like, as we all know, the coach, one who is having a huge respect, and having a place in every kid's, every children's life. So I would like to know from you people, what do you understand? Just share with everyone, right? Write in chat box, what do you understand by coach, right? What does means of coach? Then only we'll proceed. So quickly, I will just check chat box. What do you feel? Just try to share your thoughts with everyone, right? What what the means the coach term hai? Very simple and very familiar to everyone. So what do you feel? Coach क्या है? Right? Coach actually है क्या? What does it mean? So okay, Ranjina Bhutia, a trainer or instructor, perfect. Then I would like to see some more ideas, some more thought. Let's see how many of you are replying. Coach है क्या? What exactly the means of coach? Yes, parent, a friend. Yes, a leader of successful team. Perfect. Yes, very good. Ideal, Narendra, very good. Amoli, very good. Mentor, perfect. Nikhil, yes. Role model, yes. A mentor. See, a playmaker, ideal. So I can see Ankur, inspiration for everyone. Yes, yes, exactly. So wonderful, wonderful reply. See, participants. That's why I mentioned the coach terminology. The term coach is very familiar, and we all knows, and now the one thing I just wanted to click in your mind, do you remember your first coach? I still remember, believe, I still remember my first coach, and I still remember all the coaches under which I have been trained myself. So I remember. Do you remember your first coach? The first coach who start coaching you some game, who introduced some game, the one who took you, whether he is a physical education teacher, whether he is a coach, or whether he is a trainer, जो आपको लेके फर्स्ट टाइम स्पोर्ट्स को इंट्रोड्यूस किया, उसका आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर, right? So I know, I'm sure that you people also remember the name of that coach, right? So why? Because the coach is having a huge respect in the kids, right? He as you people mentioned, he's the one who can change the whole life of the kids, children, right? So that is what we have to understand. Now, let me go coach in action, right? So what does topic means? Coach in action, right? It is something, the theory of action opposes reaction, right? So what I personally believe, that if your action is strong, if your action is efficient, if your action is accurate, definitely you are going to get the same reaction. So remember, strong, efficient, and accurate. So what I mean to say, if a coach is strong enough in actions, a coach is efficient enough in actions, a coach is accurate enough in actions, definitely the reactions you will get very positive from the your trainees, right? So I this is I would like to suggest you people always have a strong action when you are on field. So this is what the topic for today we are going to discuss. It means something like uh, I will add one example here. So example is like see, to introduce the topic, I'll take a bit few time. Why? Because we should get the idea, right? So for an example, if you are in a kitchen, right, and you want to prepare a cup of tea, so what are the things you need? You need lot of ingredients to arrange. You need tea powder, you need milk, you need uh, many utensils, you need like you must be knowing the process as well. So the taste of the tea is depends upon how experienced you are, the combination of all the ingredients, the process of making tea, right? And then how skilled you are in preparation, and how much time you are giving to prepare the tea, right? And then the last part, if we take it, the service, when some guest is comes, and how you serve them, how you serve the tea to the people, right? The best way you can serve, definitely that is going to give you a credit, that is something going to increase your credentials, right? Means आप जितना अच्छा से बना सकते हैं चाय. So same thing is here for a coach. A session is something that preparing tea. कितना अच्छा बनाएंगे, कैसे बनाएंगे, what are the things you need, that we are going to discuss in that. It is something that we have to understand. So with this, I'll just go ahead. Next slide. So participants, as I told you, we are having a series of themes, right? So community coaching, we had a lot of presentations already, like preparing the session, working with others, and planning, long-term planning, many things we already had discussed, right? So participants, what I mean to say, this slide, I'm not going to take much time. This is, see, you already had a lot of discussion on this. See, this long-term planning, short-term planning, what basic training stages, advanced stages, many things, annual plan, macro cycle, meso cycle, micro cycle, many things we have discussed. So my concern is what do you understand by, if you see your left side, the key considerations for a coach. So the first point is objective and theme. So what do you understand? What do you understand? What we should take it as the objective and theme? Just write in the chat box. Let's see how many how many good answers we are getting. Let me check that. That's right. What is objective and theme means when you are planning a training for your children, for your trainees? Outcome, yes, okay. A need analysis, perfect. Yes, Sajid, the need analysis. Bandana, the overall development, yes. Players, subject, objective, what should be our aim, perfect. Okay, yes, enjoy goal, to achieve goal. Okay, as per the age, perfect, perfection, improve performance, improve confidence, achievement. Many beautiful replies, right? Very relevant answers are there. Learning process, overall satisfaction, fitness, many things, many answers very relevant to the question are there. So you understand the theme, you understand the objective is what, right? So now, before going to that, the second point, if you see the purpose, the development and the competition. So here I will add something. So when you set your objective, then what is the your purpose, whether it is for development or whether it is for competition, because development is long term process. Competition, you might get team in July when school starts, when session starts, season starts, and after 3 months you have competition, you have clusters, you have inter school, you have district leagues, many tournaments are there. So for that you have only 3 months to plan. Students might be unknown to you, right? So but development is what you will have a set of students, trainees with you, and you are focusing on long term. That is for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. So that planning will be totally different for competition and for development. Anyway, I'm not going to discuss about the age, duration, number of participants, gender level. All these things we have to consider. So now participants, as I told you, when we do the planning, so the first part always we take it as a plan, and then plan. Then second part always is the execution, and the third part is the evaluation of all the planning and execution things. So today we are going to talk about execution of plan. That is what a coach in action means. You are in action, we are in action, right? And if you go through this all development plans, long term, short term, so if you go down that micro cycle, that is one training session plan, that is our one training session plan. So here I will add one example. This is something like a cell in human body, the smallest unit, right? If we understand that smallest unit, then we can understand the whole body, the organs, the system, how body works, what the structural unit of the cells, what are the functions of different cells. So everything we will understand. If we don't understand that smallest unit, that is cell, then it's very difficult for us to understand the whole system, whole body. So same, if we understand our session, our microcycle, the daily session for 1 hour, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever duration, whatever time available is there as per the age group also, that training one session is our main understanding. We should have that thorough understanding of that, then only we can think of. Okay, now here I'll just mention one more example. जैसे हम लोग घर बनाता है तो क्या होता है, एक ईंट जो होता है, that brick, that is the smallest unit. एक ईंट करके with the help of concrete, with the help of cement, we construct the house, right? And then after some time, after few months, after few years, you will find our house is so beautiful, right? Whatever we plan, everything you will find there. Same thing, if we understand, if the size of that brick, the ईंट बोलते हैं, अगर अच्छा है, if the strength means the compression is there, good, then it is definitely going to be long term. But बोलते हैं ना कि कच्ची मिट्टी का अगर ईंट मिल गया तो वो आपका 10-12 साल के बाद, 15 साल के बाद वो ढह जाएगा. Same thing is here. If we don't have good planning for every training session, the players, the trainees, they are not going to perform in a longer duration, right? Anyway, we'll move ahead. Okay, so coaches here, trainees, and I will have one small discussion with you people. As you can see, like match the coaching approach to participants' need. So what is exactly, you can see one structure, the various phases of developments are there, then grassroots, then youth, and then fun, then foundation, then formative, and finalization. So if you go through the whole structure, there are a lot of variations are there. We'll find huge difference as per the age category. And so the question is what, for you people, the topic to be discussed with you people is what, why the need and demands of the participants, I mean students, trainees, differs in coaching approach when they grow, right? So क्या क्या चेंजेस मतलब होते हैं कोचिंग अप्रोच में, पार्टिसिपेंट्स की नीड्स अलग अलग क्यों होती जाती है, हमको अलग कोचिंग स्टाइल्स क्यों अडॉप्ट करने पड़ते हैं, व्हाट आर द दोस aspects. Just write in chat box, just share your information, your the great knowledge with everyone, right? So just write in chat box why participants need is differ when they grow young, and why a coach, a PE needs to change the coaching approach as well. Let me take. Yes, individual personality. Yes, Bandana ji. Yes, Garima ji. Individual differences. Everybody unique. Yes, Deepika or apply. Yes, Ankur. Very good. Changing hormonal changes. Yes, physical changes, abilities of the students, it differ. Health, yes, characteristics, trends, our planning, yes, Prasanji, individual difference, quality, yes. So if we go through the chat box, you will find the more than 50 different, aspects. Why a coach, a PE needs to change the coaching approach as per their age groups, as per different aspects, different phases of development. Why why development phases? It is all physiological thing, because as we grow, all psychological aspects, as we grow, our thinking change, our demands change. Like अगर हम घर में हैं, बच्चे अगर हमारे घर में होते हैं, तो बच्चों का क्या होता है, जब वो छोटा होता है, स्टार्ट ट्रोलिंग, है ना, वो धीरे धीरे कुछ हेल्प लेके खड़ा होना स्टार्ट करता है, एंड देन ही स्टार्ट होल्डिंग योर पैंट, योर शर्ट, राइट, धीरे 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 बढ़ता रहता है, उसका डिमांड चेंज होता रहता है. तो वही सेम चीज है व्हेन वी आर इन ट्रेनिंग. द डिमांड ऑफ 5-year old girl or boy and the demand of 18 or above 18 year is entirely different. So if we can match to the demands, definitely we are going to make wonders. We are definitely going to get a huge difference in the development and the performance. So now quickly come to the grassroots phase. And grassroots phase, there is a one fun phase, that is the starting, right? So one question quickly to you all, just recall your days, when you were at the age of 6 and 10, and what were the activities you did like more. आप किस चीज में इन्वॉल्व होना पसंद करते थे जब हम छोटे थे, जब हम 6 और 10 ईयर की एज में थे. व्हाट वर द गुड एक्टिविटी, जो एक्टिविटीज थी हम क्या क्या करना पसंद करते थे. लेट मी सी answers. Let me see, because see, this is not for me only. When you are writing in chat box, everyone can see, right? Everyone can go through your knowledge, your information. Running, jumping, playing, fun, cycling, yes, always we need to take risk. Playing football, playing hockey, playing cricket, yes, swimming, yes, jumping, basketball, cycling. So recreational games, handball, kabaddi, volleyball, means whatever game, whatever the game situation is there, you just wanted to enjoy, right? Driving, throwing the ball, perfect. Yeah, traditional games, yes. And most of the answers are recreational, fun, enjoy. And we don't have specialized like मेरे को फुटबॉल खेलना है, आपको वॉलीबॉल खेलना है, इसको ये खेलना है. नो, जो भी पास में पड़ोस में बच्चों ग्रुप में जो खेलता हुआ मिला, लूडो मिला तो लूडो खेल दिया, या कुछ भी कैरम मिला तो कैरम खेल दिया, जो भी मिला, we start playing, right? And we don't bother about learning, we don't bother about lose, we don't bother about winning. The only thing is what, मेरे को खेलना है, I have to involve myself and I have to enjoy with my friends, with my जो भी बच्चों का ग्रुप है, or parents, or sometimes teacher as well. So that fun phase is something when a game is introduced to the children, to the kids, at the first moment when they come to the field, and they saw the ball, they saw the cricket bat, they saw the racket. That is what fun phase for them. So being a example mention करता हूँ यहाँ पे, जब हम क्या होता है, कुछ लोग गेम में बच्चे इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होते हैं, बट जब वो बाकी बच्चों को खेलते देखते हैं और सडनली क्या होता है, अगर बॉल रोल करते करते उनके पैरों तक पहुंच जाए तो बच्चा क्या करता है, ये डेफिनेटली किक्स, राइट। अगर क्रिकेट मैच चल रहा है, बच्चे खेल रहे हैं, एक बच्चा इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है, वो मतलब उसको, बट अगर क्रिकेट का बॉल उसके पास पहुंच गया, डेफिनेटली ही विल ट्राई टू कैच बिफोर बॉल फॉल डाउन, राइट। तो ये क्या है, दैट इज द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ दैट गेम, एंड we have to be teachers, we coaches have to consider that situation. You have to create more fun. No learning environment means learning means no, formal learning. There has to be fun, there has to be enjoyment. They should feel they are playing, they are enjoying, they are not learning. But being a teacher, being a coach, we have to make our learning environment in that creative way, in that progressive way, in that, make it a little challenge, make it little game situations, make it little competition kind of things, क्योंकि बच्चे तभी enjoy करते हैं, right? So and then foundation phase, again foundation phase is something that is, like when we construct our house, what happens, we call engineer, we call best, मिस्त्री बोलते हैं, उसको लेके आते हैं. Why? Because we want our foundation has to be very, very strong. And nowadays, if you see that when the multi buildings construction is, if you see, they use pillars, they make foundation, right? And that on foundation, they whatever they want, if they want bedroom more, if they want kitchen, they whatever they want, they can just use some bricks and they can make. Why? Because the foundation they are making, that is very strong and that is well planned. Whether 1 story, 2 story, 10 story, 20 story, everything is planned. So same thing, when we are having trainees under us, when we are having our students, don't think that they can only participate in cluster, they can only participate in inter-school competition. Plan long term, plan the 10 story, plan the 20 story, right? I mean that start the foundation so that at least they can go long and they can play the best sports in their life. So the foundation has to be, and then formative, yes, I mentioned the structure part, whatever you want. So if the foundation is good, they can play with any team, they can play with any group, they can play with any setup, and they can play at any level of competition, district to top level, Olympics, anywhere, if the foundation is strong. Foundation, we'll have more discussion. And then final phase, final performance phase, that means now your trainees are ready, your kids are ready to showcase their skills, not their skills, what we taught them, what as a teacher, as a coach, we taught them last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That is they are going to show, that is they are going to reflect. बच्चे लोग गलत अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं करेंगे या बच्चे लोग जीतेंगे, that everything is our image. We cannot blame them, अरे यार बच्चे अच्छा नहीं खेले हम हार गए. No, हम क्या ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, हम क्या उनको सिखा रहे हैं. That is, so first we are questionable. So always have that training, the coaching things has to be very well planned and targeted for the long term. So this is what, and now we are going to move further. Okay, so here the fun phase is, so when we talk about fun phase, so what are the things you have to include, right? So see, age group, and then physical attempt, mental attempt, atmosphere, and goal. These are the 4 things. So physical attempt, mental attempt, atmosphere, and goal. So these 4 things we have to consider. Physical attempt means what? Before going to that, just look at the image. जो आपके स्लाइड स्क्रीन पे जो इमेज है, उस इमेज मेक्स एवरीथिंग क्लियर, राइट? एक बॉल है, एक छोटा सा गोल है, और कितने बच्चे उसके बॉल के लिए अप्रोच कर रहे हैं, राइट? Why? Because fun, grassroots, kids, they don't want structured learning environment. they don't want boundaries, they don't want very well planned things. अब ये करना है, अब ये करना है, next ये करना है. The moment coach comes, he organize them. No, no, I want this, I want to do that. ये coaching करना, वो ये करना. No, no, they just want कि सर आए, मैडम आई और मेरे को खेलना है. चाहे क्रिकेट हो, चाहे फुटबॉल हो, चाहे हॉकी हो, चाहे वॉलीबॉल हो, because they just attract because of that ball, because of that equipment of the game. So if we start coaching them, नहीं नहीं अभी ये सीखना है, अभी ऐसे किक करना है, अभी ऐसे किक करना है, they are going to lose their interest. Why? Because at this age they want to have fun, and when they get fun, when they play itself a form of fun, right? But जो learning है वो सिखाना है. Learning means कि कुछ impose करना, to force participants to learn something. No, let them involve, let them create interest, let them enjoy, and let them definitely learn. So always remember, when you are dealing with the grassroots, not grassroots, other phases also, that make it creative, make it more interesting. The moment you will find the activity, the exercise, the training is interesting, definitely kids are going to involve. And the moment they are going to involve, definitely they are going to learn something. Even we don't intend to make them learn, the environment, the learning environment of that class, that setup will make them learn. So this is what. And then skill development, physical attempt. You see what are the things you have to consider. Skill development, and then refinement of techniques, basic things you introduce through some fun games, through some group games, some conditional games. But you have to introduce in very funny way, very creative way to the children, so that they at least learn, right? And then yes, and then now there is one term, introduce basic individual and small group tactics. See, try to understand tactics, don't get confused. Here we are not talking about, you might get little bit confusion कि यार tactics यहाँ mention कर दिया है. Tactics, why mentioning? We are mentioning here because tactic is something to develop their decision making. Next slide, I'll make it more clear why this tactics term is here. Tactics means not if बड़ा formation, बड़ा उनका positioning, बड़ा उनका this set place. No, tactics means just let them think. If they think right, appreciate them and move forward. If they are not able to think, they are not able to take right decision, then you have to guide them. Right? You have to guide them. Yes, कैसे करना है, कैसे बॉल को पास करना है, कैसे थ्रो करना है, जो भी whatever skill technique is related to your game. So, and now the mental attempt. Yes, we already discussed fun oriented and small sided game. Small sided game is why small sided. See, in full hockey field, in full football field, or in full athletic ground, if you have only one ball, or and all the 20-30 kids together, they are not going to involve, because when they have fun, when they touch the ball, right? So make it small group. Will have later will have organizational setup as well. So let them have more touch with the equipment, more touch with the ball, with the bat, with the stick, with the racket, whatever game they are playing. And atmosphere, no stress. No stress. स्ट्रेस मतलब आई मीन कि जब हम लोग जैसे क्लास में बैठे होते हैं तो क्या होता है, अगर टीचर आता है और बोलता है ही कम्स विद वेरी स्माइलिंग फेस और बढ़िया से अच्छे से आता है और उसको बोलता है ओके विल प्ले गेम, आप लोग अपना कॉपी पेन साइड में रख दीजिए, हम लोग एक गेम खेलेंगे, बच्चे लोगों का रिएक्शन कैसा होता है? वो बोलते हैं चलो आज मजा आने वाला है. But the moment the teacher comes and he start, okay, now we'll have this presentation, we'll have this lecture, I want you to pay full attention. And immediately the stress, वो आने लगता है प्रेशर, अरे यार फिर पढ़ना है, अरे यार फिर सीखना है. That should not be a kind of environment when you are dealing with this. And no conditioning, no physical attempt. Okay, now the next is foundation phase, right? So when we talk about foundation phase, so physical attempt, as you can see, drill to introduce. Drill to introduce means technique, means variety of drills. Drill, I mean variety of exercises, right? Variety of same exercise, you have many variations, many drills, many exercises, so that they should have more real time situations, because in game what happens, the situation is not fixed. You will find a lot of unexpected situations when the kids are playing. So and then work on their coordination, balance, and as you can see on the right side, there's a TDFM. If you see in the goal of TDFM, so mainly focus technique, decision making, fitness, and mentality. Technique, everyone understands the basic movements of your game, you introduce to them, and then decision making. So how to do it? That is technical training you are giving to them. But when to do it and where to do it in real game situation, then who will teach that? We coaches, we teachers have to make them understand, right? So decision making, where that pass, how to pass, that आपने वो बता दिया भाई, टेक्निक बता दिया कैसे कैसे थ्रो पास करना है, कैसे चेस पास करना है, कैसे बॉलिंग करना है, कैसे बैटिंग करना है, बट सिचुएशन के अकॉर्डिंग कैसे कब करना है, क्या डिसीजन लेना है, छोटा पास करना है, लॉन्ग पास करना है, दैट इज डिसीजन मेकिंग. Technique might be perfect, so that you have to introduce to do games, more games, like so that kids think and then they execute the techniques. And then fitness, yes, there has to be more. There should not be isolation training. The kids are just standing, just passing each other, they're throwing each other, there is no learning, there is no movement. So have dynamic exercise, dynamic in nature, so they involve more, they more move, right? So that is definitely going to develop their real game related fitness, right? And then mentality, yes, of course, if you play game every day, if you let them play game every day, definitely they are going to win, they are going to lose, they are going to draw, they are going, and they will have competition, they will have challenges, they will have, that fighting spirit, that is going to make them a very tough, very strong, and very, desired for the future. So in game situation, now here I'll mention one example, like, if the game starts and your team conceive the goal in starting 4 5 minutes, so if that is not means we lost the game, that is means you have to carry that goal and you have to play again 85 remaining 80 minutes to recover that goal, and again score more goals and make it that game to win, make it that game difficult for the opponent. So how it will happen when these situations every day when they have in training session. So आइसोलेशन में कराएंगे, गेम नहीं होगा, कंपटीशन नहीं होगा, चैलेंजिंग नहीं होगा, देन वो टेम्परा, वो लर्निंग एटीट्यूड they will not have. So try to understand that. And then guided atmosphere allow self discovery, means like we should not always impose our ideas, our thoughts to them. We have to guide them, we have to invent their players, what talent they have. So what you plan, you implement in such a way so that the trainees, they are involving themselves and their insight comes out. मतलब कि वो आप उनको डायरेक्ट मत बोलिए कि यू किक लाइक दिस, आई वांट लाइक दिस, नो, यू टेल देम, just show me, just tell me how you can do it, can you do it? So their original, the way of execution will be there. You will find different ways of doing the technique, and you will find your kids involving more, because the moment you ask them, can you do it, can you show me how to kick, can you show me, and then if you find that is perfect, don't coach, move to the next. And if you find you need to guide them, immediately you guide them, immediately you help them to do better execution of that technique or skill. And training session as well, grassroots we mostly considered 40 minutes, 60 minutes, but here you can increase the time duration of your session, maybe 70 to 80, or sometime maybe you can take it 90 minutes, but including warm up and cool down, everything has to be there. Now we'll go next. So here formative phase, as we discussed, very important, what you want to your trainees, because this is the time, this is the age where kids are going to perform in competitions. They are going to show what they have learned, what their teachers, what their coaches had told them, taught them. So here we have to be very conscious, and what are the training skills in physical attempt, technique at the match speed, right? So I'll just mention one example here. So if like we are playing football, then when football game is there, but any normal game also, the game intensity is very high. So if you take it to physiological aspect, the intensity heart rate may goes 180 and 190, sometimes more than that. So in training, if we are not matching to that demand, we are not making the training up to that level, then what is going to happen? I mean, don't every day to train them. And match speed is what? Fast movement, quick agile movement, running front, running back. Many things are there. Unexpected movements are there. So that is what one example I have mentioned. So it is not like every day you have to increase their that heart rate matching to the game. No, you have to make it little match speed. मैच स्पीड मीन जैसा मैच में होने वाला है, जैसा रियल गेम में होने वाला है, वही सिचुएशंस क्रिएट करके हमको उनको ट्रेनिंग कराना है. वो कैसे होगा? Suppose for an example, if you are playing 5 versus 5 game, 4 versus 4 game, then definitely it's going to be a game related. And if rules are good, area is sufficient, number of players are sufficient, then definitely it's going to be very challenging, very competitive in nature, and that might be matching to the real game time. And then coach individual and group tactics. Yes, you start working here because now in our Indian scenario, the competition is structured. Now from here after 14, we have school competition, we have federation tournaments as well, and from here only the real talents comes out. Talent means they already have been trained, but now talent for performance. Previously talent for development, here the talent for performance. So that we have to understand. And then yes, coaching atmosphere, longer, more intensive playing and training time. You can demand kids to learn, you can ask them in training to do, right? In fun phase, what was the things, we cannot demand them, and I want to do execute this like, no. Here you have to demand, you have to ask them. Don't satisfy with the wrong technique, no, wrong movement. You have to correct them and ask them to do it, but in very friendly way, in very to reach up to their level, communicate in such a way so they understand and they do. Even you demand them 10 times to perform that particular technique or exercise. And now again, introduce conditioning, increase intensity and decision making. Right, again, all you have to focus on all these uh, TDFM. See, this is very important. We have to understand that. Now we'll go now final phase. That is what performance phase. So performance phase, what we are talking about, right? You are in competition. Your trainees are in competition, whether cluster, whether district level, whether senior national level, any level. Your trainees are in competition. So now, what are the things you have to consider? So refine skill at match speed. We already had discussion. Coach, group, and team tactics. Let them get together. Let them involve with each other. Right. Let them understand each other. What the players' characteristics, psychologically aspects, in physical aspects. Right. So have more group activities, more group games, more group drills instead of having isolation and one versus one or like that. Have more group things when you are training in this phase. And then full squad practice like team games, when we talk about hockey, when we talk about football, when we talk about volleyball, basketball, all the team games, you have to combine your team. You have to combine all players together, right? And whatever mistakes you find, their positioning setups, you want to up down, you want to shift their supple their position, everything you have to fix well in advance. Then only you can expect better performance from your tennis, right? And then atmosphere, semi-guided coaching atmosphere. You now just guide them. So if your trainee, our trainee is not able to perform some skill, some technique, then what you have to do, you ask them, like guided and discovery method is there, that for training. And then guided discovery means you ask the question answer method is there, and guided discovery means you just simply guiding them, you asking them to do, not directly you are just demonstrating and they will do. You ask them, can you do it, can you perform? And then if they do 90%, 10% more you want to input, then you input your experience, your key points, your knowledge, so that make it 100% perfect execution, right? And then conditioning part, yes, now you have to introduce strength, power, you know, and strength, power, and you know why? Because they are going to play in competition, and they cannot sustain throughout the game without having strength, power, and you know physical, that motor components. And then result oriented, being a coach, sometimes what happens, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि नहीं कोच मतलब बिनिंग ओरिएंटेड नहीं होना चाहिए, यस नहीं होना चाहिए, बट एट ग्रासरूट्स लेवल नहीं होना चाहिए, एट फाउंडेशन फेज मे बी वी कैन कंसीडर, बट when you are in final phase, then you have to be result oriented not means every time winning, but result oriented means at least better performance than previous one. So if you satisfy with their low performance, with their performance that is not improving, then you are not going to achieve, you're not going to do wonders. So result oriented training has to be there, competition has to be there, whatever you are planning, and achieve mental toughness. We already had discussed what mental toughness. Every day develop a kind of individual and group mentality that we have to win. We have to win. Or if you are dealing with the individual game, then that athlete must have that mentality. Yes, I have to do it. Right? And that mindset, being a coach, being a PET, being a trainer, we have to develop that mindset. Hope it is clear now. Here, so now here we have very interesting video, right? So, and question also for you all. Again, I want your ideas, your knowledge, your information to be shared with everyone. Now I'll play video. Now one small task for you all. You keep on taking notes. What exactly happening in the video? क्या हो क्या रहा है उसमें, right? क्या हो रहा है वो सारा आपने नोट लेना, and quickly keep on writing in chat box. Let me play this video.
Remember? No, not that thing. The other thing we practiced. Okay, time out. Time out. Everybody, come in. Come in now, everybody. Treats! I got treats! Ah, there we go. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, all right? Andy, I want you out on the wing. Trent, I want you to fake the pass to Andy and push the ball up the field, and then pass the ball to your forwards who are Sophie and Chris. Sophie, I want you to hold the ball and draw the defense out to you, all right? Then I want you to float a lob pass all the way over the defense to Chris. Chris, you take it in for the score, just like we did in practice. Everybody got it? Let's go get him!
Okay, so here I hope you enjoyed the video. Very small clip, but big message is there. So just let me see the chat box. What you people have observed, not as per the age. Okay, बच्चों को टेक्निकल गेम समझा रहा था, टेक्निकल वर्ड यूज कर रहा था. रानू कुमार, children are enjoying. planning not proper. Okay, a nice video also is there. People have enjoyed. Avoid technical, using different approach that supposed to be used with the youth, not with the small kids. And then yes, casual playing, perfect, perfect, good. Yes, no coordination. Okay, fine, fine. So I see. I'm happy that you understand what message I wanted to pass. I wanted to convey to you people, through this video. So what happens if you observe the one thing, that red team has, that girl scored in the same goal, means her own goal, right? She scored in her own goal, and she was not knowing कि किधर goal करना है. And that and that the kid who is goalkeeper, उसको क्या हो रहा है, वो sleeping, because क्यों, no involvement, that is not interesting, right? There is no organized, the might be coaching approach is not appropriate. That is why. So you understand that. So please don't do it what you have observed in video, right? This is for message that what we missed. You might have doing many good things, but sometimes we miss those things. Like बच्चे लोग छोटे छोटे आ गए हैं, हम उनको अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं किया है, रूल्स इतना डिफिकल्ट बना दिया है. We use clipboard, projector or big screens to make them understand. No, for a small kid, you have to sit down and match with their eyes, make eye contact, and make simple rules, very simple rules they understand. The rules has to be not a statement, it has to be very simple written, right? So now age specific is what quickly will go. Playing area, increase and decrease, or manipulate the playing area as per the age group. And then number of players, smaller group means more touches, more passes, more involvement of the kids. So make sure you are small group, as I already mentioned. If small group is there, more equipment you can use. Like if you have football, you are teaching them. So if you have 5 versus 5, then 20 kids may have different formats of games. Like it's not like full 30-20 dealing with one ball, right? Game rules very simple, very interesting, and बच्चों को समझ में आना चाहिए. And then intensity very low, right? And then equipment, use age appropriate equipment. Like if you see that goal post size, so that is appropriate for the kids. But कई जगह क्या होता है, because of we are not having availability of goal post, हम बड़े goal post पे ही 6 और 8 year के बच्चे को खड़ा कर देते हैं. Then वो बच्चा एक भी goal नहीं सेव कर पाएगा. He is not going to stop any shot, any ball, and it is going to be no learning environment for those kids. So use appropriate equipment. Safety has to be there. And then game rules, make it more interesting rules, right? Modify game, modify situation, because you are the boss of the session. Whatever you do in your training session, make it, learning has to be there. In somehow learning has to be there in different situations, different age group. According the approach has to be different as you have different age groups. Now here quickly see, I want you people to understand this coaching process, right? Because we plan and then we come to microcycle, one session, then how to organize, everything is there. Now this is the whole whole picture, the whole things, whole scenario, which is going to make you successful or unsuccessful. So we have to understand the whole coaching process. So mainly it involves 12 steps. So 12 steps, if you see, the number one is planning. We already done planning. We have blueprint out. We have that piece of paper. Everything is written there. Then we came on field. We organized, right? We organized nicely. We organize players. We organize the equipment. We organize everything that is going to help include in the session. And then the moment kids come, you explain them. Very simple way, not like that the coach who was explaining in the video, using that pad and making them, you pass there, A will run, B will receive. No, make it simple. simple exercise you select, simple way of explanation you select, and then rules. So बहुत सारे rule नहीं करना है, A B C D E F G A to Z एक साथ नहीं बताना है. You tell them one rule. Okay, what they have to do to start the activity. Suppose the first rule is what? Very simple rule, very interesting rule. So the moment they listen the rule, like if I say, okay, now we have to play one fun game, and the tail, if you use beeps to put at the back, and you ask them, okay, now I want you that you pull the tail from others and collect maximum. So the moment हमको पता चला अरे पूछ खींचना है, अरे टेल खींचना है, तो एक अंदर से वो आता है कि हाँ यार, वी आर गोइंग टू हैव समथिंग दैट इज इंटरेस्टिंग. बट रूल कुछ ऐसा स्टिक बना दिया कि यहाँ से वहां दौड़ के जाना है, वहां से वहां दौड़ के जाना है, इसको ये करना है, उसको वो करना है. Nothing going to be happen. You will not get outputs, right? And then demo after rules, you told them, and then you give demo, right? Demo has to be there. Show them, and then ask them what exactly they are supposed to do. Demonstration means ऐसा नहीं है कि आपके पास ball है, equipment है, simply उसको बस that virtual only you are showing. You real time that demonstration has to be given, and then start the exercise. Then quickly, don't just start enjoying on phone, just start talking with some other people. Keep eyes on the session. Many things are there. You have to identify the mistake, you have to identify the good positive points, you have to identify their development, and many things that observation is going to help. And then stop if you find some corrections needed, and then correct them, and then let them rehearse. Ask them to rehearse till you are, as a teacher, as a coach, you are not satisfied with those movements. So let them rehearse even once, even twice, even thrice. जितना आपको लगता है, till you are not happy, you are not satisfied. Yes, this is the exact movement I want from my trainees to be done. And the method, the approach, that is up to you. अगर बच्चे छोटे हैं, that approach has to be different. अगर बच्चे बड़े हैं, then the approach has to be different. And don't forget to debrief your session. Who did well? Always appreciate your trainees. Even you will find they are not able to do it, they are not able to achieve the objective of the session. Don't discourage them. Don't give negative feedback to them. Always give positive feedback, and try to have, even though if you want to tell them one negative means that is not negative feedback, that is improvement you want. So always tell them 4 good things. There is a ratio, right? So if you tell 5 good things, you did good pass, you did good receiving, you did good that, good this, and then the 6th one you can tell them, I want this to be improved. They will not feel bad. But if you, that 6th one, if you tell directly, no, I want this, you are not doing, and then you tell 5 good, that is 0. So how you feedback you give to your trainees, right? So at least have 5 positive, and then 1 that point that you want to improve. Then tell them, tomorrow I want you to do this. I want to see you doing this movement. So definitely they will accept, and they will be encourage, motivate to do that. Now here again one video quickly, just go through. Okay, so what you find, that is what the example of a typical session. Typical session means we can say, like a model session, what are the things has to be there. So you find the course is having more variation, you keep on changing. they are passing, but he's throwing the small ball to catch. Why? So that their vision, their that they should have habit of looking up, looking forward, and many things, and keep on changing variation, keep on changing lot of progressions. So session has to be, if you see the left side, warm up with fun game, circuit training, technical drills, technical exercises, and free play has to be there, and cool down has to be there, and progression over time, and fun activities. So this is what the content you must have in your everyday training session, right? And we'll have more discussion about that. Fun, why always warm up with fun? Why the moment they comes, you have to make them very energizer. So fun activity is something, even they are, the mood is off, they start enjoying. So directly taking into the learning process, have some fun activity that is related to your objective, that has to be related to your theme, which you are going to work throughout the 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. So will not take much time here. We'll proceed to the next. Okay, so here quickly one more.
This fun game's called Stuck in the Mud, and this is how we teach it. And stop there. Okay, volunteer. All right, excellent. Put you in the bib. All right, as James is running around, if he touches you, you have to open your legs really wide, and another player who hasn't been touched has to go under your legs, and then you can go. Okay, jogging around anywhere in the area, go. Get him. Yep, open your legs, open your legs. Can you get under? Good. Yeah, good, open your legs. Go underneath. Someone help him, someone help him. Excellent. Oh, I've got both of yous. Both in, keep going, keep getting him. Good.
Okay, so that one example I have just shown you in video how you can have thousands of games. The only thing, see, try to understand participants. We have to take a little pain. We have to give a little time to make our training interesting. And there are 1,000 drills, 1,000 games are available, but you have to modify as per your demands of your training. You have to make it, workable in your conditions, in your situations, not simply copy paste and just implement. No, try to make it real time. And then now plan training session. So the example of one session, that is, I'm just telling you, you just see on your screen: warm up, technique, progression, condition game. So technique, what objective you are having, and progression, like how you can progress, how you can make it rules, how you can make it change, right? And condition game, like if we take an example, if you want to develop the more passing capacity, then make it touch limitation, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, whatever condition if you want to put, right? And then here, if you go, there are 9 points needs to be discussed, like setup and layout plans, structuring of activity to be implemented. So हमने जो plan किया, whatever things we have planned, have in our session plan, in structure, that only you try to do it. Don't use what experience you have, because as a player, what experience we had, all the PT and all the coaches, that simply you cannot cannot inculcate your players. You cannot simply transfer to your players, trainees. So whatever you have planned as per your objective, that only stick to that when you are in session, right? Training formation, different formation, as you can see in the screen. And then organize group strategies, means warm up, what kind of group formation will be there, technique, what kind of formation will be there, then tactical, what kind of formation will be there, and then condition game or free play, what kind of, like how you are going to engage all 30, all 50. And especially when we talk about schools, when we talk about where you will have very few teachers, and you will find big number of participants. So how you are organized, if you are not planned, we are not planned, we cannot have well perform, well organized session. Include range of ability level, उनका जो है ability level मतलब क्या है, उसके हिसाब से प्लान करना है. And then structuring activities to maximize participation, means if we have that structured sessions, we have everything planned, then in small area we can include more number of players, right? So let's take an example. I think every school has their football field, right? So how many maximum number of football players you can include in one football field? How many maximum in normal size or standard size of football field? How many kids you can involve together? I just wanted to see in chat box. Maximum कितना लोग को हम involve कर सकता है एक football field में? Maximum number, how many kids you can involve? 20. Venugopal ji 50 to 80. 20. Yes, Hiren Patel ji 50. 20, 30. Only 11. I'm not talking about game. जब हम ट्रेनिंग करते हैं कितने बच्चों को इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं? 80 to 100 परफेक्ट. 25, 30. राखी जी 80. Yes. Manoj 40. Yes. Maximum 100. Minimum 11. 50 to 80. Yes. Average. Okay. So you have the general idea, and many of they are just thinking only 20 kids can play, right? If I give you in that penalty box 5 versus 5, you can play very easily, and when you are dealing with a small kids, easily they can accommodate 5 versus 5. And we have 2 penalty box, then 5 versus 5 means 10 one side, 10 one side, 20 players easily only in penalty box. The 10% size of the total football field, right? And then if you go to the corner side, there are 4 corners. You will always find touch line to a penalty box, the space where you can include 5 versus 5. And you have 4 corners. Then how many you can include? 10 at each corner, 40 kids. And just 40 and 20, just see 60 kids. And still we have 70 or 60% area is free. In center circle, if you plan activity, you can have 10 kids to be involved. 10 children you can involve, right? So, and on average, if you have planned everything very nicely, you can involve more than 100, right? But the only thing, you have to sit, you have to think, you have to have such activities where maximize the participation can be done. More number of kids can participate. For that, we have to take a little pain, and we have to think and plan. And then transition activities, the warm up, the technique, everything has to be related, interrelated. Something kids should get from previous activity, and something they should input into the next activity from previous activities. And then match coaching approach to the participant need. We already discussed as per the age, as per their demand, as per their need. Approach of the coach, of the teacher, PT has to be different. And minimize risk, right? So minimize risk means no high intensity. There should not be more number of players, less area, and there has to be the surroundings has to be there. It is not like near to goal post, near to something like pillar. I'll show you one video. Will understand more minimizing how you can minimize the risk. Here we'll go quickly. Now this is what is structure. So what kind of activity you should have in your session, right? So just see picture number 1 on your left side, right? For warm up, a well-planned PE teacher, a well-planned coach is having different activity. The organization is totally different, entirely different. And then once he proceed to next number 2, right side, the structure, the organization is totally different. Then again, when he progress to the 3, then again the structure and the organization of activities, the exercise is changed, right? Now when he proceed to little bit game situation, that is conditional game, right? Then again the whole structure is changed. The structure I am talking about, the organization of the player, organization of the equipment, organization of the area. And then if you go to the 5, again progress, again the situation is changed. And then again 6, the real game situation. You will find goal posts are not there, but there are 2 teams. There is a boundary. There is a 2 half. There might be touch line game, or many making 10 passes and 1 goal. Anything you can do it, but team has to be there, and the free play has to be there. And this is how we can have our session plan. Now this coach is a session planner. See, coaches, this is personally I'll request you people, you try to keep this session plan with you, right? Always have blank session plan with you. such structure is there. Warm up, activity 1, activity 2, game, that you can modify. Technique 1, warm up, technique 1, tactical, and then game, or whatever you feel. And then if you can draw, you can use laptop, you can use some technology, you draw diagrams, right? Otherwise you make it by hand only, no harm is there, but the idea what you have in your mind, that has to be written on that document, on the paper. And how it is going to help, like if you what today you did on 22nd June 2020, the same session, if you keep it as a record, might be going to help after 1 month, might be going to help after 2 months, 3 months, with some here there some changes, some inputs to make it more better. But this session plan, if you have, it's going to help you, really help and development of your trainees. And then okay, now here again, now some work from your side, question to all the participants, right? Quickly, you just watch this video carefully, small clip is there, and write in chat box what you have observed, what are the messages you are getting through this, what are the good and what are the things you need to improve. Okay, so here we just play this video.
Kids in here already. Late again. Damn kids. Come on, boys, let's go, come on. What's this club expecting? Come on, come on. Oh. I have some shoes. You ready? Come on, boys, get in. Come on, I've already asked you in once. Let's go. You want to play this weekend? Come on. All right. While I get set up, I want you to just go run and touch that scoreboard and come back on. Just go. I'll get these things set up here. Damn kids. Yeah, righto, righto. I'm just setting up a game for you now. All right, here we go. Here's the field here. Let's go. Bring the ball. Come on. All right, what are we going to do with these kids today? All right, over there, please. And you over there. All right, and kind of stand over here. Stand over here. Come on. Come on. No wonder you guys can't win on the weekend. Over here. Wait. Over here, please. There we go. And you guys without a ball, all stand over there. Can't you see what we're doing? We've got to pass the ball. Oh, I give up. You guys are hopeless. Hopeless. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. Kick the ball. That's not how you kick it. Kick it right. Come on, guys. Can't you do anything right? Come on. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. What is it, mate? What? Don't worry about that. Just get rid of it. Come on. Let's go. All right, come on. Come on. Here's the halfway line here. Come on, use the sideline. Use the sideline. Oh, it's about time you did something good. Yeah, it is about time. Why do I waste my time? I'll come here and do everything and... Oh. All right, when you're in front of goals, you want to kick it as hard as you can. Just bang it. That's all I want you to do. Come on. Now get out there and play. We've got to score goals. Go on, keep playing. You get that ball. Hello? Mate, I'm going fishing. Me and the missus just bought this massive big boat. It's awesome. What are you doing? See ya. Come on, guys. I've got better things to do. Oh, how could you miss that?
Hello. Yeah. So here, just if we see in the chat box, so the first thing which we saw is the coach is coming late, right? As you can see, I can see many replies, many beautiful answers in the chat box. That coach came late. Somebody saying lazy approach, unprofessional approach, no, not organized, right? And somebody is mentioning, that no planning is there. Kids came early, right? And then no organization is there, right? And then coach is attending phone as well. And when he's given demo, no ball contact with the feet, only just he's just kicked in the air, no the proper demo, and no progression, nothing is there. He's asking kids to just take this marker and keep it there, right? So this is what. Do you want such session? Do you want conduct such session? I don't believe that any of among us, those who are in the session, would like to have such kind of training. No, we should not encourage, right? So always have, always have plan, always have the things which is really going to help in the session. We have to understand, right? So I don't want to see any of the quality which you have written in the chat box after doing this video. You should have in you. We should not have such things, right? So with this, we'll go ahead quickly conducting session. So like what we have discussed in the previous slide, after watching that video, start on time. Yes, punctuality is most important, and then we organize on the field. Yes, so somebody has mentioned, I could see in the chat box, that come 30-40 minutes early. Why? To organize well in advance, save the time, helps to focus, ensure kids are well prepared. You brief them for the next session, for the next day in advance, what you want to them, to bring bottle, to bring what kind of dress you want, different color of whatever you want from the kids, right? They should be ready when you are on the session. Keep kids active. Here, if you everything is planned, you can keep kids active. Means like changing from warm up to technique, then technique to tactics, then tactics to game, and game to cool down. So it should be like when you watch television, what happens? Just one example. So everything is there. Simply remote control is with you. It might looks very difficult, but if we are planned, it's very easy. So like now you are watching Raj Tak, then again you click, then G News, then again NDTV, then again something Sasbo, then again something, then again something. Everything is on one click, right? So same thing, if you have plan, now warm up, then water break, then again technique, then again you discuss with them something, or send them for water break, then again next. So this is what you can utilize maximum training time. Otherwise, shifting here, shifting there, organizing that, asking kids to wait, or look short, and you cannot have maximum time. So, and innovate and change activities. You have to progress. You have to have a lot of variations to make it more interesting. Now, here a few considerations are there, like just you can see in the picture, different age categories in boxing and different weight categories are there. Means the category is as per the weight. So the demands is different, right? So that we have to understand. Now what consideration we have to do? So you can see there are 11 points: balance, competition, size and weight and height and matchup. When you are training them, when you are making them in groups, it has to be equal. It has to be equal, right? As per the learning attitude, as per the size, as per the weight, so that both team, both group, both that individual get equal opportunity to learn. How can I enhance learning? How can I enhance learning? Making more interesting, making more creative, making more challenging, and making more lively, and making more realistic. How do I make it fun? That once you meet the demand of the kids, once you meet their level and make it what they like, if you have that approach, definitely they are going to enjoy. and deal with the misbehavior. So if you find some misbehavior from some kids, with some other kids, with the coaches, with the other staff, with the other ground staff, don't accept. Once you accept, it is going to become habit. So don't entertain such misbehaviors. Appropriate equipment, we already had discussed. Safe surface, yes. So before going to training session, conducting session, organizing session, the surface has to be safe for the kids. First aid availability, our responsibility, at least have minimum first aid. Minimum first aid, because we cannot expect, it's training, it's game, anything can be happen, right? And then we are the responsible, we are the people who are going to take first action, responsibility. So clear written rules, yes, set the rules for the training, right? And general code of conduct. So if anything happen, always have that your guidelines. So don't entertain out of those guidelines. Stick to your rules, what you have written, and then keep adequate records. Everything you record, who missed the session, who is continuing the session, who is developing, who is improving, keep on taking performance, we keep on taking periodical testing, everything you have to take record, and say no to doping and ban supplements. That is also one education part. Being a PE teacher, we can coaches, we have to inculcate in our trainees, in our kids, right? Here we have another video, so I'll not play. Just see, honoring the sports means respect for rules. So respect for rule, I'll quickly mention one example here. So that personally I have observed what happens, that some intra-house competition is there in any school or any institution. So what the other house did plan, okay, if I'll have one player who can just disturb to the best player of other, means by entering into their lane, his lane, or just pushing, so both will be out, but other players will be the best player and our player will be nowhere in the competition. But what happens, we are not respecting the rules. You are not supposed to enter in others lane when you are running. You don't stop their progression, right? Respect for the rules, what written rules for the game. So being a teacher, we have to observe. Sometimes we are in charge, we are head, or we are coach, or we observe, we find such things, don't entertain, because we have to guide them. They are the kids. For winning, they just wanted to do whatever they want. And then respect teammates. Yes, of course, if I pass to my teammate, then only I can expect the pass from my teammate, right? So if he did good, I have to appreciate. If I did good, he have to appreciate. So that is what kind of mutual understanding, mutual respect has to be there. And being a coach, being a teacher, we have to train, we have to inculcate in our kids, trainees. Respect for opponent, yes, already I had mentioned something. So if they win, appreciate them, right? If they lose, don't criticize, don't use that unsocialized words. Sometimes it happens. So that we have to always guide our kids. And then respect official and fair play, right? These are the people who are conducting the events, the competition in best possible way. And जो scenario क्या है, what is the common scenario in our culture? जो भी हारता है ना, हारने वाला सबसे पहला क्रिटिसिज्म ऑफिशियल को करता है, अरे उसने विसिल सही नहीं बजाई, अरे उसने कम टाइम मैच खिलाया, अरे उसने फाउल नहीं दिया, अरे मुझे रेड कार्ड दे दिया, अरे उसको नहीं दिया. नो, they don't want to partiality. Some players we might find by mistake there might be some wrong decision, but they are there to decide the best. If you did best, they will definitely give decision in your favor. If you did something wrong, they will definitely punish. So accept that and respect them. Now remember that failure is an event, not a person. Coaches, this thing we have to fit in the mind of our children, our trainees, right? Failure is the event. मतलब एक मैच हम हार गए, that match हार गए, right? हम नहीं हार गए, that person is not हार गया, that we have not lost, our team is not lost, right? And you are not the loser, our trainees are not the loser. Remember always, we lost one competition, and that is not something we lost, that is something we are getting, something getting for the future. How, why we lost, if we take it in record and keep it for future, that is learning. that is what we going to help us. So whenever such situations are there, you try to convince your players that the event, that particular event, particular movement they lost, not they lost, right? And then here failures failures are inevitable, yes. So that we have to accept, and we have to take it as a challenge, and we have to learn from those. So like very good statement is there from Michael Jordan. He missed more than 900 shots. He lost more than 300 games, right? And many situations he was supposed to basket, but he missed, right? But see, he's the world best player in basketball, right? So here we'll take example of enjoy your game, Virender Sehwag. So I know everyone, when you saw Virender Sehwag is coming for opening, from very first shot, very first ball of the match, he starts hitting. He no, don't bother. He will be out. He will set for some time. Then only he'll play. No, if he think those things, if he have those mindset, then he is not going to be a Virender Sehwag. Why he's famous? Why he become champion? Why he become best example? Because of his that he enjoyed the game. What he want to play, he plays always. And then yes, leadership values in athletes. Definitely, sports develop a beautiful leadership qualities, right? So I'm not going to discuss all. You can just go through, and then means whatever competition, whatever movement, whatever situation you are having, just involve yourself fully 110%. Enjoy that with maximum you can, and put your all efforts, so that you should not have that feeling कि यार मैं नहीं कर सका, मैंने ये नहीं किया, मैं ये नहीं किया. Whatever the result will be, you enjoy, right? And always play like a champion, right? This kind of feeling we have to fit in mind of our trainees. Play like a champion. We always a champion. Sometimes what happens, हम लोग दूसरा अच्छा टीम को देखते हैं, then our players demoralize हो जाते हैं, अरे यार वो तो champion है last year का. No, you tell them you are the champion. You are also a champion. If you beat them, you are going to be this year champion. So when you talk, when you give pep talk before the match, don't consider those things. वो champion है, वो ऐसा नहीं. You tell them you are going to become champion. Just do your best. Just play. Just enjoy the game, and just enjoy the training to become champion. So this is all going to build a very good character of our trainees. And to summarize, yes, being a community coach, being a PET, we have to very very thorough in planning a session, and as per the need of different age groups. We have to very thorough in those things, right? And then age specific training, as we have already discussed, different age, different coaching approach, and different demands, right? And session planning structure, we already went through different structure of the session, warm up, technique, tactics, free play, real game, conditional game, many things, cool down, many things are there. You always have that structure in your mind, and then make it a blueprint out, and then only go for training. And then progression in training, yes, we already had discussed, keep on changing, keep on, because monotonous kind of activities nobody likes, right? And life lesson and leadership skill to be taught, that is what our ultimate aim. As a player, we have to develop them for the top level of performance. Same time, we have to develop them as a good human being. We have to develop them their good character. So that also, being a coaches, being a teacher, we have to consider, right? Because everybody cannot play at the top level, but everybody can be a good human being. So this is what, here I'll stop, and I will like to take some questions here. Thank you so much for listening, and for involving in discussions. Thank you so much, all the participants. Here I would like to have some questions. Now over to Dr. Sanjeev Patil sir. Sir, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Your presentation was wonderful, promising one, and a practical one also. And time is very closer by. So one question, I will take it. So parents want their kids to be a champion at a grassroots level only. So what will be the solution for those things?
Okay. So, thank you so much for question. That question is very relevant, because every parents, even we are parents also, we want our kids to the first day he should come back with the trophy. He must come back with the trophy, right? So they want champion, but being a coach, being a teachers, we have to make them understand. We have to convince them, right? It's like I'll make one example here. I'll set one example. To teach one skill, passing, we need 10,000 hours. That is the research says, the studies says 10,000 hours of and then how we can expect our kids to become champion at very early days after just joining the any game. So we have to convince them, yes, their kid, their child will be a champion, but it will take time. Let them have some patience, let them support how the coach wants or the teacher wants, and we have positive attitude, and whatever things they need to train the kids, they should support. And definitely, but we should not say no, I cannot make champion in one day. Yes, you tell them, because the moment we are training their kids, you have to take responsibility. Being a parent, being a guardian, you have to take responsibility. Yes, he's under me, he's under, I'm training them, training him, training her. It will take time, but definitely your kid will be a champion, but not now. It will take time. So this is what kind of if you can convince to the parents, definitely they will support and they will come up with the positive attitude. Thank you. I hope it makes sense.
Thank you, sir. One more question I like to. In this whole session, it is anonymous. It is this whole session. Football was taken as an example. Any general pattern is there where every coach can adopt?
Okay. So participants see that when we plan this presentation, so that football we had taken as an example, right? We could take hockey, we could take volleyball. So anyhow, we have to take one example. We cannot mix up. But let me tell you, the coaching is same, right? The structure of training is same. The structure of training is same, right? And the approach, the teaching methodology, the coaching methodology, the developmental aspects of the players, because that everything is same, right? So that just for example, to just make a theme, I mean, starting say end tak, to make it related, because sometimes I give example of volleyball, sometimes I give the example of football, sometimes I give example of hockey. So it might be mismatched. So we have chosen a football as an example, so that the things will be more clear. And about his structure, that session plan, let me ask you people, everyone does warm up, everyone does technique, everyone does tactical, everyone does that free play, right? Except and everyone wants to have that cool down as well at the end of the session, right? So every game have that format. And the coaching methodology also, can we train the grassroots kids in any game by using command method? No, we should not. Can we have fun in every game when the kids are under 6, under 8, under 10? Yes, definitely we should have fun any game. So this is just for example, and this is what we have just discussed structure. We did not went in deep in the technical aspect. So football as a just taken example, and this structure and can be used in every game. Thank you.
Your opinions and your presentation really brought and a color for this session, and even you have cherished the minds of physical education teachers and coaches through this session. I hope this colors will be carried by the participants for their teaching purposes as well as for the coaching purposes, and really a practical experience you have given for these participants. So on behalf of uh, Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports and Khelo India, LNCP, and on behalf of Dr. G. Kishore sir, a principal, I thank for your expert opinion on this session, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. I would like to say thanks. I would like to say thanks to all the organizing team, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and especially Principal Sahil and CP Tremendum, Dr. G. Kishore sir, and coordinator, course coordinator, Madam Usais Nair, and co-coordinator, Mr. Sujit Panigiri, and all the lovely participants to attending this session and keeping patience and joining. Thank you so much, and see you again. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil sir.
Experiencing one, please attend this program exactly 5 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, sir.